Okay, so as music producers, we all make music for the love of doing so, but in the back of every producer's mind is one thing.
I got an email from this company called Unison, and they were like, yo, check out this MIDI chord pack.
No, not that, I'm talking about money. Gone are the days of relying on only beat sales and placements to make money, because in 2023, there's loads of different ways you can make money as a music producer. The most obvious way is going to be selling beats, so I'm just going to skip over that and highlight some of the lesser known ways. Of course, the success that you have with these methods is going to scale up depending on the size of your audience, so you're going to want to make sure that you're leveraging social media platforms to grow your online presence as much as possible. Right, first I'm going to go over content creation because I think this is the best way to grow your presence online, which will then in turn lead to all of the other methods working better. Once your YouTube channel's gained 1,000 subscribers and accrued a total of 4,000 watch hours in a 12-month period, you'll be able to begin monetizing your videos. Just for a bit of perspective, this took me just over 12 months and I was able to monetize my channel in January of this year. The amount of money you earn from YouTube AdSense is going to vary depending on the amount of views that your channel gets as well as your channel's RPM. RPM is basically the amount of money that YouTube's going to pay you for each 1,000 views, and this number is also going to vary depending on your channel's niche and the content of your videos. The average RPM for a music production channel is around $2, so for every 100,000 views that you get, you'll be earning around $200. Another great way to earn money is to offer bonus content that can be unlocked with a monthly subscription. YouTube has a feature called channel membership which allows this, and there's also a platform called Patreon which provides the same service. My viewers have the option to become a Patreon member, which will then grant them access to all of the session files from my videos as well as other stuff like content polls and monthly loops. The prices that you set for each tier is totally up to you, so just make sure you're offering as much value as possible so your Patreons and channel members are getting a good bang for their buck. Right, so now that your channel's up and running and you have a nice little community, this is going to open a door to working and partnering with brands. I actually secured my first brand deal before my channel was even monetized, so don't think for 1 second that you have to be monetized for this method to work. A lot of these brands understand the importance of working with smaller creators at the start of their journey and developing that working relationship. Just focus on making the best content you can and I'm sure these brands will start contacting you before you know it. When working with brands, there's usually two ways that you can get paid. Some brands will offer an upfront fee to place a product in your video, and other brands will offer you more of an RPM structure. This means the brand will pay you continuously depending on the amount of views that the video gets. The upfront fee will generally be based around your channel size and recent view count, so bear in mind that as these numbers grow, so can the fee that you ask for. Another way to earn money while working with brands is to include affiliate links to products that you use in your video descriptions. An affiliate link is a link that's provided by a company which will allow you to collect a percentage of all sales that come from your pages. Some of the more popular affiliate programs include Loopmasters or Plugin Boutique, ADSR Sound, Sweetwater, and a lot of these plugin and gear manufacturers have their own in-house affiliate programs too. Some of the companies I just mentioned are going to require you to have an existing platform or website that's seeing traffic, so just bear that in mind before applying for them. So these next few methods are going to focus more on personal projects. The first and more obvious of them being selling sample packs and drum kits. I myself specialise in making melody loops, so it only makes sense for me to make loop kits which I can then sell to other producers for them to use in their beats. If you fancy yourself as more of a sound designer, then you can make drum kits or even preset packs for synthesizers. There's producers out there that are clearing tens of thousands of pounds by selling drum kits and sample packs, so this is definitely a viable way of making money. Obviously the quality of the product is the most important thing here, but you're going to also want to have a marketing strategy in mind for promoting it. Now, depending on what type of music you make, you might want to look into becoming a producer artist. There's genres like lo-fi, drum and bass and other EDM genres that have a huge audience on streaming platforms like Spotify, even without a vocalist on them. Producers like Aldra have managed to earn crazy amounts of money by uploading their music to these streaming platforms and collecting royalties from them. In order to do this, you're going to want to be signed up with a distribution service. The service that I use is called DistroKid, and in my opinion, it offers the best value for money. For just $20 a year, you can upload an unlimited amount of music to all of the online streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, and Tidal. It'll also make your music show up in the audio section of social media platforms like TikTok and Instagram Reels. I actually have an affiliate link for DistroKid which will allow you to receive 7% off your first year, and you'd also be helping the channel by allowing me to receive a small kickback too. Some other distribution services include Ditto, TuneCore and CD Baby, but some of these services are either going to charge more or charge you per release. So yeah, just look into what you want from a distributor and then make a choice.
But choose DistroKid and use the link in the description.
Depending on your skill set, another way you can make money as a producer is to write, co-write, or ghostwrite songs for artists. Prior to becoming a producer, I was actually a recording artist, so I already had the skills required to explore this avenue, and I've co-written songs for my good friend and upcoming artist, Just Dan. Being credited as a writer as well as a producer is going to allow you to maximise the share of publishing royalties that you can receive. Being a songwriter also means you can collect royalties off songs that you haven't even produced, and you'll be listed as a songwriter in the track's metadata. Right, these last couple of methods are ones that I'm yet to explore, but nonetheless, they're great ways of making money as a music producer. Offering one-to-one consultations to other producers will allow customers to get specific help on topics that you may not have already covered in your content. These consultations can be anywhere from $10 all the way up to hundreds of dollars per hour, depending on your skill level and demand for your service. Offering a more one-to-one service is going to allow you to charge a premium for your time and knowledge, as long as you're able to deliver great value at the right price. The last method is one that I'm definitely going to look to capitalize on in the future, and that's sync licensing. In short, sync licensing allows brands, TV shows and advertisers to use your music in their content. Usually this will be paid in the form of an upfront fee negotiated by yourself and the company, and you'll also receive a performance royalty depending on how often the content is rerun. These fees are going to vary with things like experience, the quality of your music, and the company's budget all playing a part. Now, in order to collect these sync royalties, you're going to need to be signed up with a publishing rights organisation. In the US, this will be companies like ASCAP, and in the UK, it's PRS. And yeah, that is my list of ways that you can make money as a music producer in 2023. Let me know down in the comments if there's any other methods that I may have missed out. If you enjoyed the video or if you learned anything new from it, then please hit the thumbs up button before you leave, as it really helps the channel. And if this is your first time on the channel, then consider hitting that subscribe button and click the bell icon so you can be notified every time that I upload. Big shout out to anybody that's still here at the end of the video. I've been Era, thanks for watching, and I'll hopefully catch you all in the next one.